If given an opportunity to step into the shoes of a national chairman of the PDP, would you be willing to work with a present national working committee?
Until that tenure ends. These are very, I would say, they are men of very high integrity. You have senior advocate there, the legal advisor is a senior advocate. Most of the people who are occupying those positions in the National Working Committee of the party now are people who have held very high position. That presupposes that they are men of character. And so what they need is that leadership. That leadership is very important. And I believe that in the spirit of reconciliation and working with people and giving people a sense of belonging, we can all work together as a team and provide leadership. That is all that we need. And so I don't think that it is about individuals. It is about collective leadership, which I think I can provide. I've held various positions, very high position in this country. You know, in the National Assembly, I was chairman of appropriation, I chair FCT, I chair Committee on Power. And as governor, you know, it's about meeting people and making sure that you give a whole state direction. So if I've held this position, I don't think that leading a party would be much of a problem to me if by the grace of God I become the national chairman of our party. But like I said, it doesn't have to be me. But the North Central should and must take what belongs to them rightly under the constitution of the party.
It's about a year now since the crack in the PDP widened, and which of course led to the stepping aside of Senator Yocha Ayu. Some would ask, why did it take the North Central this long to, declare interest on wanting to, complete the tenure of Senator Yocha Ayu?
You know, there are issues surrounding that. There were issues in court. And this issue went to court, and nobody wants to be held in contempt. The North Central, as a law-abiding zone, had patiently waited that the issues in court, when discarded, we will step in. But it does appear like some people have consciously orchestrated that these issues will be open-ended. And so we're stepping forward. We will have somebody who will replace and complete the tenure of Ayu.
Even without...
Pending when, because the issue has been that Yocha Ayu hasn't resigned. The issue is in court. We will have a replacement for Yocha Ayu. And then we'll move to the next stage. That's not a problem.
And what would the next stage be? The
next stage would be to look at the case and also sit down. Yocha Ayu is a party man. He believes in this party. He's a very senior citizen of this country. The North Central can approach him and say, Oga, please, can you tender your letter of resignation? We now have a replacement. That can be done.
And then what happens to the case in court?
No, the case in court, the court did not stop the North Central from having a replacement. There's no consequential order. There's nothing. There's nothing. It is just that at the level of North Central, we're taking it easy, thinking that reason will be brought to bear on the whole matter. But it doesn't appear so. And so we're now stepping forward. Even the case in court, if it is the same senior citizen, the former Senate President Yocha Ayu, that went to court, the North Central as a zone will meet with him and say, Oga, please, can you take this case off from the court? We have somebody who can complete your tenure. These are issues that we can discuss with this senior citizen, that I believe that he will not be opposed to it if we go to see him as a zone. And so let us take what belongs to us first. Let us have the person, like I said, if it is not me, I will follow whoever it is, provided that person is from the North Central. And then we'll approach Yocha Ayu.
The acting national chairman has, been in the acting capacity for quite some time now. Do you not think that might be a hindrance to the ambition of the North Central region? And has there been any form of interface between the leaders of the North Central region and the leadership of the party?
No, we don't need to do that. The constitution of the party, like I said, 47.6, section 47.6, say that the appropriate zone will meet and bring a replacement until when the North Central as a zone meet and now select the person that will replace Yochayu.
But you do not also think that the continuous stay of the acting chairman might hinder the ambition of the North Central zone?
No, it will not. Once the North Central is able to select somebody who will replace Yochayu, actions have been activated, and then we'll then take that before the party and say, look, we now have a replacement. You see, this is very funny. The woman leader, may her soul rest in peace, died. And the South immediately met and selected a replacement, which has been forwarded. The zonal chairman of the Southwest died, and a replacement was selected and forwarded. Why is the case of the North Central an exception? It is because certain individuals think that they are playing on the intelligence of the North Central. That will not be allowed to continue.
Your Excellency, do you mind letting us into who these individuals are and how you intend to unite the party, especially with the G5 thing on the side?
We as a zone have seen that there are definitely people. Now, until we meet, we will definitely meet as a zone, and that meeting should be very soon. We will meet. We are doing consultation for the North Central to meet. When we meet, we want to know among ourselves who are these people who don't want the North Central to do the same thing that other zones have done. You know, the woman leader died even after Yochayu was suspended. There's a replacement from the South. The zonal chairman of the Southwest from Oshun, there's a replacement. Why is the North Central an exception? Is it because the chairman? Is it that there's no person who has the credibility and the capacity in the North Central to step in to complete the tenure? You know, even if it is former governors in PDP, we have a retinue of former governors. You have Babangida Aliyu from Niger, you have John Ajan from Plateau, you have Idris from Kogi, you have Wada from Kogi. You have very prominent, you have our revered leader, David Mark, former Senate president. These are very prominent. And you have a host of other military governors who are in PDP from the zone. Any one of those people can be chairman. So we have capable hands who believe in PDP, who will also, just like other zones have done, we will do that. We will definitely do it. We're not going to allow another zone to shortchange us. The Northeast is holding both the deputy national chairman and acting chairman of the party. We will not allow that to continue.
Conversation. What concrete steps would you be taking to unite the party, end anti-party activities, and also bring back personalities like the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, into the party, or rather, or if he may have gone, reconcile the party, so to say?
Well, I don't want to talk about individuals, but you mentioned the Minister of FCT, Wike. Wike is somebody who genuinely believed in PDP. It was because of this kind of shenanigans that have led him to play the role that he's played. And he still says that he's not left PDP. It is sitting down with him and understanding what the problem is. People are going in the night to meet with him instead of convening a meeting of stakeholders to sit down with him. You have individuals who will go in the night and say, well, we are with you. This one is not with you. That is not the way. I will go to Nyesom Wike. If he still had the interest of the party, as I know him he had before, we will sit down in the open with other stakeholders and say, it's okay, Your Excellency, what are the issues? How do you think we can move forward? Ditto for other governors who also face shortchange and other very prominent Nigerians who were PDP members but have left. Some of them, if they see a focused, genuine leadership of the party, they will come back. It is that focused leadership that is lacking, that people are no longer interested in participating in the activities of PDP. Nelson Wike that you mentioned himself, if you see that there is transparency and genuineness in what the party is doing, I don't think that he will take the step that he has taken or he's taking. So it just needs somebody who has the spirit of reconciliation, somebody who can go to these individuals and go to groups and say, look, what is it that you think that is not being done right, that we need to do? Again, Section 57 of the party need to be activated. It provides for disciplinary committees. And then Section 58 provides for offenses that constitute breach against the party. Among them is what you mentioned, anti-party, creating factions, and a retinue of offenses. And then there's that same section provide a procedure to be followed. You can't just wake up and suspend somebody. You need to invite the person, talk with him, let him defend himself or herself, and then you can take action. And the people what the party said, that people who will be in this disciplinary committee must be people of proven integrity. You are not just going to pick people who will be biased or people who have no integrity to put them in that committee. That committee, once it's activated, any place, any time, any person is accused of breaching or acting against the party, that committee at that level, if it is the national level, they will invite the person. If it is zonal level, they will. If it is state, local government, or ward level. So we are supposed to constitute committees. Whether those committees are in place, nobody knows. As a major stakeholder in the party, I will tell you that I don't know whether there's a disciplinary committee at any level of the party. That needs to be activated and put in place so that we begin to sanction people. Tell me which organization that does not have regulations. Every organization is built on regulations, and some of them, and the PDP has their own constitution. We are not respecting the constitution, and we say we have a party. If the North Central is supposed to provide somebody, you are holding on to some trivial things and denying them just because of some selfish interests. How can the party continue in that manner? And so let us follow the regulation which we all agreed to. If we enter, it's a voluntary organization. If we don't believe that you want to obey the regulation or the constitution of the party, you can voluntarily leave. Party organizations are voluntary organizations. Nobody is compared or under any compulsion to be a member of the party. But once you agree, you must and have to obey the constitution of that party. That is all that we're saying at the level of the North Central. We're not asking for anything that is outside the constitution, anything that we're not entitled to as a zone. We're not.
It's indeed a delight speaking with you this evening. We most sincerely thank you for your time with us, former lawmaker and former Governor of Benue State, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Gabriel Suswam. Indeed a pleasure, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Well, this is where we'll say goodbye on this conversation. Good night. I am Chikodinaka Dili.